I'm taking this video at 4 p.m. on Saturday, December 27. It's about 1 hour before sunset. We're here in the backyard of our home in San Jose at 37 degrees latitude north, about 60 meters above sea level. The temperature is 61 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 16 degrees Celsius. So I'm going to take the camera around and show some things about my dormant vines. Okay, walking over to this chain link fence. This is a grapevine here that I have pruned or removed all the leaves, and it travels along this fence to the main root of the plant. Okay, now in the summer, the leaves covered most of this chain link fence here, and also covered much of this 2-meter tall redwood fence that's on the south side of our yard. We also have some dormant berry vines. So this dormant berry vine there's twine here where I tied it to the fence, has thorns. This is a lollyberry that I sent the email to Eileen about my lollyberry vines. Next to it is a raspberry vine, and it doesn't have the thorns. So in the summer, this entire chain link fence will be green from all the growth, all the leaves on it. When the leaves die in the late summer and early fall, we cut them all off the vines. We also cut off the lateral branches back to this main branch that is coming from the soil. Now, there was a stem here where there was a leaf, these stems, so we cut the leaves off, and then you see that there's a bud of the new growth. So that new growth will become a lateral branch that will grow very long, maybe 1, 2, even 3 meters. And those second year lateral branch growth is what bears the fruit. So the older canes, like this one here, will not have any fruit on them. They will all come from the new growth. So this is part of the dormancy life cycle of these vines. So I have another raspberry vine right here, and over here is an olally. You can see the thorns on it. All right, now turning to the house. This is the wall facing south, which is in the sun just about the whole summer. And we don't have air conditioning here because the climate, we don't really need air conditioning with our mild climate, but it does get warm where the sun is shining. So I cultivate these vines to cover the window to provide shade. So I tie them up to the roof, and they will grow up there, and then the lateral branches will grow across the window. So this is a third variety of berries I have. These are thornless blackberry. They don't have thorns. And one thing about it, I had cut the dead growth off. This is new growth that has reemerged during the dormant season. So I think this is from global warming and climate change. The plant is tricked. It thinks that because the winter is so mild, we already are in spring, and it's created new growth. This is why I'm hopeful that you might be able to trick these vines to grow in the tropics. I don't know. So we have a temperate climate here. It's not real cold, but it's not real warm. You can see we have palm trees, even though we're not in the tropics. There's 2 palm trees. All right, so now I'm going to show you this project I have for propagation. I am attempting to propagate some canes. So these are canes that I cut when I was pruning back when the dormant season began. On the left, these canes with the reddish hue are the raspberries, and then on this side is the olali berries. Just put them in the damp soil and hope they grow roots. So I've got them in there. I guess you get one here in front of the camera. I don't see any roots emerging yet, but I'm hopeful. I have done this in years past and been able to share these with others who've grown their own vines. So one more thing here in the back is my fence that I mentioned in the email. That's along the north side of the backyard, so it's facing southward. This fence here, by about early June, the fence will look like a solid wall of green from the lateral branches that will grow out from these vines. They'll all have fruit on them. So here's an let's see. Here's an olali here. There's the thorns, and this is some of this new growth that should not have emerged in the dormant season. And then down below are some buds. There will be new growth. So those lateral branches will grow all along this wire. They'll grow like 2-3 meters long, all with fruit. And then I train it to grow to this trellis portion of the fence, and we have fruit on those. So these here on the east end of the fence line are olalis, and then walking in the westerly direction, these are the raspberries. You could see it's got the reddish hue to the cane. That's for the raspberries. I also have a raspberry bush that I planted in this hole, and I'm gonna put my foot here for size comparison. It is quite small. These canes I cut back to a length of no more than about 10 centimeters. Now they will grow huge. By the end of the harvest, they will be more than a meter tall, all with fruit on them.
Yeah.